Hey y'all, it's your girl Kamythabrat with the big fat gyaaattt. With this big fat butt. You already know who it be. You already know who it got to be. Me. Today, y'all, I have my second story time for y'all on my channel today. Calm down, everyone. Don't get too hype at once now. Don't get too hype at once.
Bitch, shut up. Ain't nobody asked you shit.
So, the story time for today is going to be my college friend from hell. And when I say hell, I mean hell. That hoe is weird. One thing I got to tell y'all is I'm sorry for my last YouTube videos being so dark. I was wondering if it was something with my camera, like why my camera was so dark, y'all. I had the exposure down and I didn't know.
Man, you stupid bitch.
It's a good day outside. I decided to sit in my passenger seat to do this story time because my driver's seat, I don't have enough space. So I need to move around, operate, you know, I'm just chilling at the park. My man's over there at the whatchamacallit, whatever. Like I said, today's story time is gonna be my college friend from hell. So honestly, I don't even know where to start this story. So this story time might be a little bit everywhere, just a little bit, because it's so much messy stuff. And like I still recently like finding out, like I'm talking about today, like recently finding out stuff that she's done said. Like it's that weird. I have a list of notes on a bunch of weird shit that done did. So let's just get straight into it. So if you know me, you know I wanted to go to college at HBCU. You know I wanted to dance in college. I was a dancer before anything. I wanted to dance in college. Before we got to the actual college, we found out who made the team. Started following all the girls that made the team. Like we started following each other. We became mutuals. Two people from my hometown were my friends. I went into college with two friends, came out with one. So I went to school with these two friends. I was gonna go to Alabama A&M, but I ended up not going there. I ended up going to, honestly, I might just say, I went to Central State, okay? Central State University in Ohio. And I'm not finna keep doing no, it's about Central State University, okay? So I went to Central. It was closest to my hometown. It was only 2 hours and 30 minutes away. The other close to HBCU was Kentucky State. I wasn't a big fan of their dance team, so I didn't want to go there. And like I said, we made the dance team. We all started following each other. We all became mutuals. So it was this one girl on the team. We're gonna call her Dizzy. We gonna call that Dizzy because she's a Dizzy. We were never friends for real. So I don't even know why I keep using this friend word. We were never friends. College associate from hell. We was cool before we actually had got to school. We had to go to band camp before the school year even started. So we were at band camp before anybody else in the school. The athletes, before the regular students. That little boy bad as shit. He was vaping last summer. Band camp started July 28th. I didn't get to go because my enrollment stuff was not in order in that moment. So I had to get to band camp late. Before band camp, me and this girl, Dizzy, we used to text. We used to be like, oh my God, so excited to meet you, I'm a nice girl. I was real excited to meet the girls on my team. So excited to meet you. Can't wait to, you know, become cool with you and get to know you, and can't wait to dance with you and stuff like that. I didn't even really know how she danced. I was like a dance content creator in that moment of time, so she knew exactly how I danced from my Instagram page. I get to band camp late. The girls kind of already created a little mini bond. I came to band camp like a week late. Band camp was supposed to be 2 weeks. I came a week late. If you go to HBCU and you do band or whatever, you know what band camp is and you know how band camp is. All auxiliary has to be there. The whole band has to be there. I meet all the girls. I meet Dizzy. And Dizzy's cool, okay? She was cool before I got to band camp, and she's cool now that I'm at band camp. Like, we're all getting along. The other name I'm going to give is to one of the friends that I went to school with. Like I said, y'all, I went to school with two friends, only came out with one. And me and that one don't really talk much, but we're still friends. Like, that's still my girl. She was my roommate. Me and her figured out we was going to the school, and we decided to be roommates. The other name I'm going to give is to one of the girls I went to school with that we were friends. I was friends with her since, what, 7th grade? Her name's going to be, what did I put? Dork. Her name's Dork, because she's a dork-ass mother for believing Dizzy's dizzy ass. They're all dork, dizzy, dumb, stupid mother. So before I got to the band camp, Dork and Dizzy ended up being cool cool, cordial associates. I guess they ended up building a bond or whatever. When I got to band camp, everything was cool. Vibes were fine. I mean, it was kind of weird, but we was actually getting to know each other. We was actually getting to like become cool and cordial with each other. So it was a lot of drama, sort of say. It was a lot of drama while I was on the team as a whole. But during band camp, it wasn't too much drama, but it was some drama. Dizzy was getting into it with a bunch of the girls on the team. I could name like, how many girls on the team did she have a bunch of disagreements with and damn near get into it with? She also used to just say weird shit, like she said one of my friends was chopped with their dancing, and nobody thought that was weird. 6 people on the team, mind you. We were a team, not even 6. Hold on. We were a team of like 16. She had gotten to it and had an exchange of words with 8 people on the team. 8 people on the team, and I'm the problem. And I was the problem. No, y'all are delusional. And she crossed you once, she gon' cross you twice. You dumb, stupid, dizzy mother. But hey, that don't got nothing to do with me. That got something to do with y'all. So we're gonna fast forward, right? We're gonna fast forward to the Huncho concert. That week, we were supposed to actually go perform somewhere in another state. We didn't get to do that. That got canceled. We bought tickets to the Huncho concert that night because we're like, oh, it's gonna be a concert in the state. It was in Columbus. It's the Sexy Red, Huncho. They had Bossman D-Lo, Kodak Black. All of them was at this concert. Me being me, I am a fellow Huncho hooligan. I love that man to death. I used to make Huncho content too before all of this shit. That's how Huncho knew me. Huncho already knew me before we went to the concert. Keep that in mind. We get ready for it. We all go everywhere. We all helping each other pick out outfits. I wore her Kurt Geiger purse or whatever. I wore this skirt, my little Vans, my chunky Vans with these socks, with a shirt with Huncho's face on it. So the day of the concert comes around. I wake up dumb early. I wanted to be there, and our plan was to go to this concert and sit in different seats that we didn't pay for. That was the idea. It's ghetto, but that was the idea. I was so excited. Cue the clips. Yeah.
Do your Huncho homework.
I can't wait to see you, boo.
Huncho, Huncho, Huncho. We're going to see Huncho on Saturday.
I already bought my ticket. Bought my ticket 3 hours ago. I was fucking excited, okay? We all get dressed. It's about time to go. We walk to the parking lot. We get in the car. It's me driving my vehicle. Dizzy's dizzy ass. Dork's dorky ass. Another girl on the dance team, my roommate. When we had left the school, so we're driving to the gas station. There's a gas station right by school. Dork's dork asked to go back to school so she can get her reefer. I meant reefer. Reefer. I don't smoke for real. I really don't smoke. Something that irritates me is people that just can't handle not smoking. Like, you gotta be high.
See, and we ain't even gonna talk about how they have to go outside every single night to smoke. Like, damn, take a break, sister. Jesus, your lungs are gonna collapse.
Like, you can't eat without being high. You can't function without being high. You can't go through your emotions without being high. I don't like being high, especially during the damn day when I'm finna go to a concert. I don't want to be high. I was irritated by that because, bruh, why didn't you get it before we left the school? And the concert is an hour away. We go back to the school to get the... So now we're driving to the actual concert. Mind you, I put the gas in my car. Nobody put no gas in my car. Concert was an hour away. Nobody offered nothing. But my roommate did pay for the parking when we got to the concert. She paid for the parking. We pull up to the concert. I wanted to take pictures, and everybody else did too. So I brought my light for my content and for my pictures. This light right here. My camera, my content light. This light goes with me everywhere. I stick it on everything. So I bring it everywhere. If you watch the videos of me at the concert when I was on stage with him and anywhere, I had this light with me. I'm not even gonna keep saying they. Dizzy's dizzy ass was mad the whole time. She was the bad one. She was mad, and then she got in everybody else's ear and made them mad. I get out. I want to take pictures with my light. Everybody's asking to take pictures with my light. My light is only charged up to 2 bars. I need this light for the whole concert. I was getting irritated because they kept asking to use my light, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to be that person to be upset. They were damn near using my light before me. It's this lady in the car next to us. So when we parked, it was this lady in this car. She was like, oh yeah, Huncho's down there and da-da-da. He's in his tour bus or whatever the case may be. We saw him. And I'm like, y'all saw him? Where the fuck y'all see that man at? I want So then we get done taking the pictures. The lady walks down. She's like, he's right there. Huncho's right there. I said, where? Where is he at? Where the fuck is he at? I ran to that fucking tour bus. I ran to that tour bus, y'all. Speedy Gonzalez, ran to the tour bus. Nobody else ran, mind you. Keep that in fucking mind. I was the only big ass Huncho fan there. Dizzy was a Huncho fan. She only knew about 5-6 songs by him. I literally made content about this man. This man already knew who I was before I even went to the concert. Once after we took the pictures and everything, he was like, da-da-da, I'm gonna give you a backstage pass. Coolio, Fulio, Julio. I was hyper than a motherfucker. Hope be looking hyper. So, of course, I DM'd him for my backstage pass because I want to go backstage with my boo. She was the only one not happy for me. Dork was happy for me. My roommate was happy for me. And the third girl was happy for me. So I didn't understand why she was so upset. Mind you, I didn't even really peep that she was upset until after the concert. Until after everything started coming out. That's when I realized she was really upset over this shit. So before I keep going, let me give y'all a backstory. One day, we were in my dorm with my roommate and Dizzy, and we were dancing, throwing counts. And I was telling Dizzy about how I felt on the old dance team that we were on, how I felt like it was favoritism, and how I felt like it was this, that, and the third. Mind you, me, my roommate, and Dork was all on this dance team. I wasn't talking shit. My roommate was right there. My roommate heard everything I said. Mind you, even my roommate said that I wasn't talking shit. Keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that moment right there in mind, because that's going to come into later in the story. We get in the concert. We actually went to go sit in some seats, and then the real people who seated was came and sat in their seats. Cool. Everybody's mad at each other, irritated because we can't find nowhere to sit, because we had actually bought all of our tickets, and we just bought tickets. We didn't buy them next to each other because our plan was, like I said, was to just sit anywhere at the concert. Stupid, I know. Everybody's barking at each other. I'm the only one standing there quiet because I don't gotta worry about no damn scene. I'm finna go backstage. Eventually he texts back and he's like, do this, that, and third in order for me to get backstage. I had to find one of his people and da-da-da-da, so whatever. I asked the girls to come with me. Mind you, it was 5 of us. I asked them if they could walk me down there because I didn't want to walk by my damn self. Long story short, I was having so much fun in the back. When it was time for Huncho to perform, we went to the front and he performed and he invited me on stage and everything. Fast forward to towards the end of the concert. So I get a text from my roommate. My roommate wasn't upset. My roommate was like, take your time. The rest of the girls was the ones fucking bickering and doing all this dumb shit. They kept saying that they ended up not finding nowhere to really sit. So they had to stand most of the concert because every time they kept finding a seat, they kept having to get up and move because it was other people's seat. When I got on the stage with Huncho, Dork and my roommate was recording me because, like I said, I was friends with Dork and I was friends with my roommate. I went to this concert with 4 other people, y'all. You only hear 3 people in the video cheering me on. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Me personally, I was gonna take my time with the shit because this is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. Like, I'm backstage with my favorite rapper. I'm going to sit here and I'm gonna soak. I'm not finna rush back here because you're mad. Never. And I drove my car? Never. Never. It's the end of the concert. I guess the girls were telling my roommate to text me and tell me to hurry up and do this, that, and third. My roommate was like telling me, just take your time, girl, it's okay, like, you're having a good moment, so why rush it? So they walked to my car also. Everybody gets in my car, it's crickets. Everybody quiet all of the motherfucking sudden. I'm just like, why everybody quiet? Like, what's wrong? So even with the vibes in the car being like that, I'm still hype. I'm not letting none of that shit ruin my mood. I didn't know it was a problem, y'all. I didn't know none of this was happening while I was backstage because none of them were texting me or calling me while I was backstage. Like, I didn't know that they couldn't find seats. I didn't know that they was up there looking for seats. I didn't know none of that. Dizzy was upset because she said I didn't ask for them to come backstage. And she was upset because they didn't come backstage. She said she would never do that to her friends. She said that if it was her, she would never do that and da-da-da. I'm like, whoa, ho. First of all, if it was just me and you, I would understand, yes. But it was me, you, and a group of people from our dance team. I didn't leave you by yourself. I just went and had the time of my motherfucking life. So what's the issue? Mind you, I told her that stuff about the dance team and how I felt about the dance team before the concert even happened. But also before the concert, me and her was still cool. Like, we were still cool until the concert happened. Until I went backstage, that's when all hell broke loose. Because even when I had an attitude while I was driving there, she said that she didn't like my attitude when I was driving there. Like I said, vibes were weird when they got in my car. I'm driving back. Mind you, at this moment, Dizzy ended up sitting back in the back seat and Dork sat right here. So I'm just talking to Dork and I'm like, oh, I was so like, I'm just telling her about it. Her and my roommate was the only ones that was like talking to me about it. Whole back seat, quiet. Crickets. Nobody saying a word. Didn't know it was really anything wrong until later on. I thought they were just tired. We had stopped and got food and everything after this situation, and all of them kept trying to kiss Dizzy's ass because she was just so emotional about the shit. She was pouting. She's literally 20 years old. She was finna be 20. You're 20 and you're pouting because I went backstage with my favorite artist that's not your favorite artist, and you're with a group of all of our friends at this concert, and you're claiming that I left y'all? You're claiming that you wouldn't do this to your friends? It's that deep, ho? Like, the next day or 2 days later, me and Dork's at lunch, and Dork was like, I think that Dizzy is mad at you because the concert. I cocked my head back. I said, what? She's mad over that? I'm like, well, why? I'm really genuinely trying to figure out why she's upset. She's telling me about all the stuff she was saying at the concert. She was complaining the whole time. She was ready to go. My roommate should have drove. She was just saying a bunch of stuff, and that's not even half the stuff she was saying. She was saying a bunch of shit. You really need to find a new pickle to suck on, for real. That part of the story's done. Let's fast forward to when we went to New York. We went to New York for a football game. I had to pick up my camera, y'all. So we were in New York, and I was talking to this boy. We're just gonna call him T. And then this other girl on my dance team, I guess she liked the boy. Mind you, she had a boyfriend. She still liked the boy. The girl that liked the boy and Dizzy ended up becoming close out of nowhere. We got hotels when we went out to New York. They were in one hotel room. It was Dizzy, the girl that liked the boy, and then a few other girls that was on the team in that room. And then it was me, my roommate, and Dork in our room. It was basically like room versus room. I'm not even going to get into that full story because it's messy, but I am going to show a clip. Because in my mind, I had a boyfriend. I'm thinking she just thought he was cute, so okay, follow his ass. I ain't know I was finna come in here and that's what she was about to say. I ain't think we was finna talk shit about. I'm thinking we gonna talk about the shit on the bus.
I told her about that too. Yeah.
You feel some way about that too? Like, when I say they were just picking, they were literally just picking. And you see how she had to ask her friend first to get her friend's validation to make sure that she should be mad over it too before she got mad? Like, delusional.
We came here side by side. We was all talking about.
Messy as hell.
Y'all also see she brought up the boy situation first before she even brought up what I said on the bus. So she was really mad about the boy. She wasn't even really mad about what I said on the bus. If she was, then she would have started off with that. And Dizzy was deriding.
Mind you, Dizzy was quote unquote cool with us way before she was cool with the girl that was mad over the boy.
This is how it goes over there. Either everybody derides Dizzy or Dizzy derides people.
They was mad over a boy talking about girl code this, girl code that. There's no girl code. We're in college. Y'all, this story time gonna be everywhere a little bit, but Big Mama had to hop in the driver's seat because we ended up moving and I had to start driving. Back to what I was saying, that stuff in New York that happened, the girl code stuff. What, girl code? How is it girl code? And you got a nigga. And then after that, Dizzy ended up getting into it with Dork, but not really super getting into it. They just kind of had like a disagreement to where they stopped like being friends. Not stop being friends. They were never friends in my opinion, but they stopped being like cool and talking to each other all the time. Dizzy ended up starting to talk to the other girl that I said she got close with. She ended up talking to her more than she ended up talking to Dork, and Dork felt some type of way about that. Why? I don't know. You've only known this girl for what, a month? And you feel a way about this? And I kept telling her, I'm like, Dork, quit being a dork, quit chasing her like she's your man, and quit begging her to be your friend. Everybody's not your friend. We're in college, everybody is not going to be your friend. They end up having a quote unquote conversation. They planned this conversation at lunch. So it was me, Dork, and Dizzy, and then it was one of Dizzy's professors. It was a teacher at the school. And Dizzy and Dork was going back and forth, kind of not going back and forth in an argumentative way, but they was going back and forth in like a disagreeing conversation type of way. I'm just sitting there quiet because I have nothing to say. Because like I said, I don't know why Dork is begging this girl to be her friend. You've only known her for a few months. And the teacher was like, Dizzy, why don't you just say sorry instead of trying to like defend your case? before anything, why don't you just say sorry? She didn't want to say sorry. She did not say sorry at lunch. So then they planned to have this conversation. So fast forward in the day, I was upset. I don't remember what I was upset over. I think I was upset over this motherfucker in my passenger seat. So I went back to my room, took me a long nap. I wake up, my roommate's coming in my room. She's like, Cammy, oh my God, I gotta tell you what just happened. I'm like, what just happened? Dizzy decided to flip everything I said in the room that day when I was talking about how I felt about the old team to Dork. And Dork sat there and believed it. She believed every word. And my roommate was in the backseat like, well, that's not really what Cammy said. She said this, but she didn't say it in that way. And everybody still decided to believe Dizzy's dizzy ass. My roommate gets on the phone with Dork, and I'm just in the background and I'm just talking. We've been friends since 7th grade, and you're really gonna believe this girl that you've only known for a month over me? And you didn't even ask me about it first? You just jumped straight to, oh, she's not my friend, and I don't know, and it's just I don't know, and da-da-da. What don't you know? You didn't even ask me about it. You just went with what she said. You didn't ask me about what I said or nothing.
So, instead of Dizzy just saying sorry, she decided to take everything that I said and flipped it. And, oh, again, she didn't say sorry. They went to that car to just, have a conversation about me. Dizzy decided to say she can't be friends with Dork because Dork is still friends with me and I talk shit about her. Those were Dizzy's words. We were still cool all before the concert. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down?
I'm gonna make this a long story short because I think this video is already long enough. But later on, I had ended up leaving the school because I had other dreams that I wanted to accomplish. Number one. Number two, it was nothing there for me anymore. The dance team is mediocre. It's not helping me grow. It's too messy because it was so much more that ended up happening. It was so much more. When I ended up leaving the school, they ended up talking more shit. She was saying I didn't drop out because I wanted to do this, that, and the third. I dropped out because I just didn't want to be there. I just didn't want to do school. Whoa, ho. That's bold of you to say. You're going to tell me why I dropped out? I pray to God you don't think you ran me away. You couldn't tiptoe me away, ho. She ended up lying and saying I don't make money from social media. And y'all, I know this story time is everywhere. There's so much to say that, like, when it comes time to say it, I don't be remembering. Like, so, honestly, when it comes to that situation, believe what you want, shorty. Like, I'm really not going to beg you because I don't care about losing a friend at all. I really don't. I'm not fucked up about it. I'm not fucked up about anything because I left that school and I literally went on to bigger and better. But y'all, that's going to be the end of this video because I'm done talking about it. But that is the end of this video. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I love y'all. It's your girl Kamythabrat with the big fat gyat.